It has been my life goal to be able to speak more than one language. But after years of failed attempts, today is the day we accomplished that goal. Today is the day that we learned French in 24 hours. I took 2 years of French in high school. That was about 6 years ago. But did I actually learn anything? Bonjour, je m'appelle Jasmine. Comment tu t'appelles? Comment ça va? Comment allez-vous? J'aime le poulet. As you can tell, I did not learn that much. I know random words and phrases. J'aime le poulet. But I am not able to hold a conversation beyond the greetings and what's your name? Here's my name. How old are you? Here's how old I am. I also have no idea how to pronounce French words. I cannot finesse a Francais accent, but I do know how to pronounce a French R. Croissant.
You say croissant.
Quaxon? Quaxon? Okay, let's begin. First, we're gonna need a study plan. We need to learn the grammar and the syntax. This is the foundation of speaking any language. You can learn as many random words as you want, but until you learn the grammar and the syntax, you won't be speaking at all. Grammar, the whole system and structure of a language or of languages in general. Syntax, the arrangement of words and phrases to create well-formed sentences in a language. So after the grammar and syntax, we need to learn the important words. Words like the and why, words that are used all of the time, as well as the most used verbs, to want and to be. And then we go on to the random words. But the random words that are most commonly used. I am planning on using the Pomodoro method because it's easy on the brain. The Pomodoro technique is a studying technique where one will focus for 25 minutes, have a 5-minute break, then repeat the cycle for 3 more times for a total of 4 cycles. And then you get your longer break, which is 15 to 30 minutes. I plan on doing this for most of the day except for when it's time for food or if I just really need a brain break. If I'm having a mental breakdown and I just really need to not be staring at French for 12 hours straight. Let's get into the tools that I'll be using. I'll be using my iPad Pro and Apple Pencil. It's the latest model. And free resources such as YouTube and Google. I'm going to put a fall ambiance on the TV. We're gonna light the candle for the mood. So as I was saying, I've taken 2 years of French, but the thing that always gets me is the freaking grammar and syntax. I was never properly taught on that, and I feel like it's one of the most important things. So we're just going to try to find some sort of sound information on the internet so I know what the freak I'm doing. I've come across this page called Language Guide. Some of this stuff, and I mean some of it, I do already know. I'm just gonna skim it real quick and try to absorb as much absorption can be absorbed. We are opening our Pomodoro app. So the app I'm using is called Flora. So we're gonna be growing some trees. We're gonna focus for 25 minutes. Let's go. This is the crap that gets me. Inanimate objects in French have gender, and apparently you just have to memorize which ones are male and female because the feminine ones, some of them tend to end with the E, but there's also exceptions to the rule. So I'm very scared. I'm telling you right now, this is not going to go well. Okay, so in the grammar lesson, it's teaching me how to negate things. And I remember learning this in school. It says to surround the verb with ne and pa. But it also says in casual speech, people drop the ne. I'm losing hope and I'm losing hope fast. I also thought that in French, you put the adjective after the noun, but apparently that's not always the case. And how am I supposed to know when and where and how? Okay, we've made it to our first break. I'm just being honest, my brain is feeling fried already. It's hard to read. I don't know if that's because I'm freaking sleepy or what, but there seems to be a lot of grammar, and this webpage is also explaining the syntax, so that's good. But might need to take a break from it because my head is starting to hurt. What can a tired black woman do in 5 minutes? Okay, people, my brother is in his orientation, so we're gonna take the opportunity to jump back into the blasphemed grammar. Wish me luck. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I can literally spend the entire 24 hours trying to learn the grammar. There's too much information for Jasmine to bear. So I think I'm going to move on. Come back to this another day when I'm not doing a 24-hour challenge so we can actually really learn. But today we just need the meat. We just need the really important things because I only have 12 hours at best. 12 hours at most, 16 hours at most, because I'm not going to deprive myself of sleep. But I do feel like I've learned a little bit more about the grammar and syntax. A little bit. We're going to jump into the important words. The words like why and how and the. I already know how to say why. I believe it's pronounced pourquoi, but the world may never know. I obviously already know how to say the. All the 4 different ways to say the. Most used word in French. I've managed to find a list. So it's basically teaching me how to say words like as, that, for the very necessary words. So we're gonna write that under our French basics page. So I could sit here writing, but I really need to memorize them. In school, I had a really good memory. It's the only reason why I graduated with honors. So my trick for memorizing things is literally just to keep repeating it. If I was trying to memorize I in French, well, I in French is je. So I would literally just be like, I would literally just sit here and be like, je, I, je, I, je. So don't mind me as I freaking spaz out over here trying to memorize things. I'm kind of concerned about pronunciation because I'm looking at this list. It doesn't teach me how to pronounce it. So would it be a waste of time for me to read this and memorize it how I think it's pronounced? Or should I just find a video? Maybe I should find a video on YouTube showing me not only what the words are, but also how to pronounce it.
Une. A and one. J'ai vu une femme à l'hôpital. Sa voiture ne fonctionne plus. Elle doit en acheter une autre.
Okay, so I've made it to number 44 on the most common French word list. I think this video is really helping me. Listening to the video instead of just reading the word was a good idea because now I know how to pronounce it. We are back at the house. Study session continues. It is officially 8:30. I haven't actually studied that much today, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I am failing you guys. Okay, I've officially finished the 100 most important words video on YouTube. So that completes me looking for the most important words and verbs because that video included both. So I feel like I need to work on actually memorizing them so that this whole day didn't just go to waste. I'm also scared that I have forgotten how to pronounce some of the words. 100 words is a lot and I have to freaking remember how to pronounce all of them. From the top, may is but. As is come. To is I am back after 24 hours. Was I able to learn French in 24 hours? Well, what do you think? I will give you a second to guess. If you said no, you would be correct. I actually feel like I barely learned anything in 24 hours. Part of it is due to the fact that I did not study for as long as I could have. And also, a language is consistent of so many different elements. There's no way I could learn a full language in one day. All I learned in 24 hours is a couple of new words. But this was a very interesting challenge to take on. I guess all that's left to say now is au revoir.